Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Casey here. This is going to be a quick video recapping this 350% Apple trade that we had in the room on Friday. And I just want to go over how we found this trade using the same key levels and EMAs that we use every day. I'm also going to go over my game plan for Monday when it comes to Apple as well. So let's get right into it. What we're looking at here is Thursday. Coming into Friday, I'm going to be coming in with the same 4 levels I always have. The previous day's high and low, and the pre-market high and low. So as you can see here, I came into Friday with the zones marked. This is the high, this is the low. This is the main area I'm watching for bounces and breaks. I also have my pre-market low marked here. And as you can see here, the pre-market high was right in our previous day supply area. So coming in, we already know that the market's opening right in supply. So this level's already helping us out to avoid taking calls right in a supply zone and just getting this big red candle right off open. We see there's a nice rally pre-market. The market opens. People are buying calls here hoping for a continuation, not knowing that we're right in this critical previous day's high level, and it's just really unsafe to buy calls here. So that's the first area. This level really helped us out. Let me switch over to the 2-minute chart because you guys know that's what I love to trade off. And then let's also turn on the EMAs because you guys know how much I love those. Okay, so what are we looking at here? Market opens, it rejects this supply zone, and we get a hard sell-off. This was a major sell-off. It went through all our EMAs, it goes through the previous day's low, and it goes through the pre-market low. Just everything all at once, down. That's a major weakness. On the retracement, as it comes back and retests our level and our EMA, we can see it does it with this huge green candle. And if you watch the last video or follow my post, you kind of know that that's a lot more of a risky pullback to buy than say a nice smooth pullback like these ones here. You're not looking to buy these huge candles. This is just kind of wacky candles, and you're looking to avoid this. We're looking for high probability setups, and this is kind of skewing your risk here. So even though technically it broke our level and pulled back to our EMA, this is kind of a retest we weren't really looking to buy. It rallies up a little, it comes back down, it breaks our level again. Now at this point, we're kind of looking at it as a weak stock again, and we're favoring puts here. It broke our previous day's low. We already know. We're looking for some continuation down now. This first pullback here, this could have been a nice entry as well. Oh, that was the wrong one. You can see how smoothly it was pulling back here. This would have been a nice entry as well. We were in NVIDIA calls at the time, which were working out nicely, so we weren't really watching this at the time. The only kind of hesitating thing would have been this pre-market low. You would have wanted this to break too. It also had this kind of intraday pivot level. So that would have kind of been the only thing to watch out for. But still, the break and smooth pullback alone would have been a nice entry here. Where we picked up on it was after it broke this pre-market low, and then it started to pull back again here. This right here, right where the price meets the EMA and the pre-market low level, that was our entry into these puts. This is where I alerted that I was taking these Apple puts. The first thing I said was watch this wedge break, and then watch this one too. As you can see, we have 2 of them here. So we entered here. About 6 to 8 minutes later, we got this first wedge break. The contracts went about 45% in the first 6 minutes, just off retesting this EMA and getting shoved down. So that was nice. We got a little scale off. We raised our stops. From here on out, we're just riding the 13 as long as we can. So we entered here, breaks our little wedge, wedges again, breaks it again. At this point, we're getting 4 to 8 red candles straight. This makes it real easy to just raise your stop without it getting hit instead of limit selling. Like, say you like to scale out like at 20 and 40 and 60%. Instead of doing that, I was just raising my stop behind the price. And since there was no pullbacks, it made it real easy to ride this move down all the way to about 300% at this point. I took my first scale up here just to be safe. From there, I let the rest of the position ride the 13 EMA. This last wedge break sent these contracts 350% here before eventually stopping us out on this break of the 13 EMA right here on this candle. This was my stop out for this trade. So it was essentially just breaking our key levels, pulling back to the EMA, getting in, securing some profit and raising your stops to protect the trade. You never want to let a green trade go red. You never know if we would get this candle again right here. That's why scaling is important and raising your stop. You got to protect your profits at all times. That's the name of the game. So we got in and we rode the EMA down as far as we could. Essentially bagging like a 250% trade total. Because we scaled at 45, hit 350. We got stopped out here at about 300. So that was a nice trade. I was really happy with that. So coming into the next day now, let's go back to the 15-minute. This is going to be a real good zone to watch now, coming into Monday. It was already respected once. If it comes up and tests it again, that's going to be a good spot to watch for another rejection or a bounce. If we do end up breaking this zone on Monday, that's going to be a good area to watch for a retest on calls. Sorry, this thing's running slow. So I clear all my levels each day. I'm deleting all these. And I'm doing the same thing we did on Thursday and Friday, again for Friday and Monday. I'm marking this zone here. That's going to be your high. That's what you're looking for a break and continuation of. Anything above this likely picks up some nice momentum to the upside. Same with the low. We got 134.38 as your low. It comes up to about, you can get these more precise, but it comes up to about 134.75. That's going to be the main area you're watching for support on Monday. If we break below this level, watch for puts on the retest of the EMAs or the zone itself. If we break above this level, 142.50 up to about 143, start watching for calls on the retest of the EMAs or the zone itself. So we have three options for Monday. We're either going to range bound in between these two zones, or we're going to break above them and retest, or we're going to break below them and retest. That's basically the three things I'm watching. I'm going to chart these same areas for about 4 to 5 stocks that I'll be watching, and I'll be watching for the same thing we just did on Apple on Friday. That's what I'm watching for all of them. I'm going to wake up in the morning. I'm going to chart my pre-market high and low as well. And I'm going to be watching these 4 areas for the same thing, breaks and retests. I'm going to use my EMA system to kind of get me in and out of the trade safely. And that's basically it. I'm going to be watching 4 to 5 stocks, and we're going to find some good trades. So that's basically it, guys. That was the Apple trade, and that's my game plan for Monday. So have a great rest of your Sunday. I'll see you guys in the room tomorrow.